And for more context, joining me now is former soldier and diplomat, former Michigan House Majority Leader and retired U.S. Army Colonel Raczkowski. As always, thanks for joining us tonight. We always appreciate your take.
Thanks.
So today, a very celebratory day as prisoners and hostages on both sides being released. And we should celebrate this historic day. But how tenuous would you say the ceasefire deal is?
Well, I think the ceasefire is very strong right now, at least in phase one. The fact that the hostages were released and that the bodies of those that were killed are going to be released as well over a period of time. And the other issue is Israel did release about 2,000 prisoners that they had, about 1,750 individuals that they've captured during the war, and about 250 life sentence prisoners that they released as well.
So both sides so far are keeping their end of the bargain at phase 1, 2 that we are in. So many more phases to come. Give that some more context for us.
Well, the international community today met, as you saw with President Trump at Sharm el-Sheikh in Egypt, and they talked about the peace treaty. Egypt, Qatar, Turkey, these are Islamic nations that are keeping Hamas in check. They were the ones that actually, now we find out, were the ones that pushed Hamas to actually making this ceasefire deal. The devil's in the details on phase 2. Will Hamas basically relinquish their power? Right now what we're hearing is on the streets of Gaza, Hamas, basically soldiers of Hamas are walking around and trying to find collaborators that worked with Israel. And we're hearing that some may be shooting these individuals on the streets. So we'll see what happens with those Hamas leaders.
The president today saying this is going to be a peace deal that's going to last for years to come. At this stage, can he say that with any certainty?
I think so, because the pressure of the Arab world is actually against Hamas, moving Hamas with the peace deal. And one of the issues with phase 2 is that Hamas relinquishes their power and that a transitional form of government comes in to bring peace, and then the economic phase 3, which is the economic redevelopment of Gaza. So I still am very cautiously optimistic.
And Rocky, finally, we're still waiting for deceased hostages to be released. Still waiting for that. How do you think that's going to play out?
Well, again, a lot of these bodies have to be found because they were buried in certain areas that the IDF, the Israeli Defense Forces, maintained. Now that the IDF pulled back to a defensive position outside of that region, they're going to, I understand today, the Red Cross was called in to find 4 bodies. So we'll see how it works out.
So still in phase 1 of a 20-point plan. So much more to come. We really appreciate your take,
Hey,
Rocky.
thank you very much.
Thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it. Kim, back to you.